This activity is for week 3, mental strategies. The activity is for a grade 3 class and it is called Roundabout. The resources you will need are paddle pop sticks, a real world problem, and either a chalk to do a quick table on the board, or the children can do it with papers and pen. So the problem that I pose to my grade 3 class would be something like this. There are 59 girls in prep and grade 1 altogether. There are 24 boys in prep. There are 32 boys in grade 1. Are there more boys or girls all up? Now what I would do is I would firstly break down this problem, and I would suggest ways to get out the information that we know from this problem, and I could ask the children to put it in a table. So the table is here already done. Now I would ask them what the problem is really wanting to know. Essentially the problem wants to know if there are more boys or more girls. So in the girls column, we don't know how many are in prep and we don't know how many are in grade 1, but we do know the total. So I would point out that is not important actually. What's important is the total of the boys. So I would prepare some visual stimulus for them. So here I've got bundles of paddle pop sticks representing the numbers. So there's 24 on top and 32 at the bottom. And I would ask the children to make an estimation. Just make an estimation on whether they think there are more boys or girls in the two grades combined. Then I'd open up a discussion and I'd focus on how the children arrived at such answers. We would discuss different methods the children used. So I wouldn't rush through this. I'd make this quite a lengthy activity and focusing on the discussion. I'd use more numbers and other different problems where I'd ask the children to adopt a method that someone else had suggested to see if it works for them as well. Sometimes a child might stick to what they know but be pleasantly surprised that if they just try something it could work for them as well. And then finally, once an estimation has been established on, whether there are more boys or girls, I would ask them to reflect on how reasonable the answer is. So, for example, if I was asking them a question to estimate on a budget and a child gives $1,000, I'd ask them to step back for a minute and say, is that answer feasible? Is it really real? Do you really need $1,000? Or maybe you might only need $100. So eventually I could have the children check it by finding an exact answer, again using mental strategy, but the focus of this activity is more about estimation and coming to a conclusion that the estimation is around about right within that correct range.